Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you to both of you for appearing today. This is an interesting topic for a number of us, and especially for me coming from the Midwest, where this is a great part of our economy. So again, I always appreciate the opportunity that we have to discuss the RFS, and it really has spurred investment in domestic energy production. It's helped grow our economy throughout the Midwest, especially in those rural areas. And it's brought a lot of competition, needed competition, to the gas pump and saves American consumers money and reduces reliance on foreign oil sources. So while some of the aggressive production targets for advanced biofuels originally envisioned by Congress haven't been achieved, and I think we all recognize that, it is certainly not time to hit the panic button and pull the rug out from under this burgeoning industry. We're really just getting started, is how I feel about this. And so, Mr. Rusko, one of the reports that GAO had states that bolt-on cellulosic technology at existing plants is the most cost-effective means for generating those advanced biofuels. And I did visit one of those facilities, one of the bolt-on facilities in Galva, Iowa, earlier this year, and they are using corn fiber, which is a byproduct of the ethanol process, to create cellulosic ethanol. And this is a great example of what this was originally intended to do. It was to support the expansion of conventional biofuels as a springboard for those advanced biofuels. And if we create further uncertainty about the future of the RFS and our commitment to biofuels, it will only serve to slow our research and investment down towards attaining these goals originally set by Congress. So my question to you would be, what are the most effective things that we can do as a federal government to provide certainty so that these companies want to invest in the advanced biofuel production process? What can we do to provide certainty?
So we did hear from a number of people that certainly certainty about the availability of federal tax credits, the $1 per gallon tax credits. We also heard from a lot of the producers that they really relied on federal funding for R&D because there really isn't available investment funding from the private sector that's sufficient to do a lot of the research that they need. But we also heard that even with those changes, they're many, many years away from bringing even the technologies that they understand very well, like cellulosic ethanol, and for which there are currently a couple of commercial plants. They're many years away from bringing costs down to where they would be competitive in a market sense.
Okay, thank you. And Ms. McCabe, I want to first applaud, just as the Vice Chair did, for the EPA getting the RFS back on track last week. We appreciate that, and the issuance of the final 2017 RVOs. And can you highlight the factors that led to the agency increasing the blending targets from the proposed levels to the final rule?
Yeah, so the major factor that we look at and we updated throughout the year is expected gasoline usage. And so we rely on EIA for their estimates of that. And so there was predicted that there would be additional gasoline usage in 2017, which allowed us to grow those volumes. And we just continually update our expectations about the ability of the industry to produce volumes. And so when we put all that together, that's the way the numbers fell out, that we were able to increase those volumes.
Okay, very good. Well, I appreciate that very much. We do have some challenges in the industry, but again, I think providing certainty going back is an important part of ensuring that we can stay on target with the production of ethanol and biofuels, advanced biofuels. And we have seen other concessions made within the federal government, other tax credits for other petroleum-based products. We see it with fracking. I don't see why we shouldn't continue with research and development in this area, especially when it has done a great deal to support the economy, especially when we have downturns in the agricultural economy, like we've seen in the last number of years. So I encourage you to continue supporting the RFS. Let's look at ways we can further research and development in this industry. I think it is a valuable part of our American economy. But I want to thank you both for being here today and answering our questions. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.